and welcome back to my channel. I've got the prediction deck on the table and I'm going to do an update for the get some energies on them first, for the up and coming election in Australia. I have actually been asked from a few subs, so thank you very much. I've also actually had a worried sub about the Labor government taking or introducing inheritance tax. So I've actually contacted the local person, and she directed me straight to their website. So they put it in writing that that's just, another load of BS that each party throws at each other to try and win votes. Now, for those who are not in Australia, we have to vote. We've got no say in the matter. So it forces a lot of people to go to the polls. A lot of them have no idea who they are. They just get their name checked off. So, whether you get a true vote or not, I don't know. It's a hard call. But it's always been like that. So I used to say, especially to the young ones when they come up, I'd say, don't waste your vote, just get your name checked off, but don't waste your vote, because I do believe that certain parties also collect donkey votes as well. There's also a lot of preferences involved as well, two-party preferred, and that makes it very complicated. So, on saying the legalities of why Australia has to vote, and it's every 3 years for federal as well as state, so it seems like we're always at the polls. Guess what? The Chinese last week, the Chinese were back again. This time with what they are declaring a research vessel, and they were even on the radar of everyone now because of what happened with the circumnavigating of the warships. And these cards actually, not these cards, the other card, I think it was the other cards, I can't remember now. Or these cards actually did find that there was nuclear behind the supply ship as well. Now we've got this, or we did have, and we're still receiving reports right up until Wednesday of this week at the time of reading, that, they're mapping the seabed and the seafloor of all the communications with the Allies to send nuclear submarines, which does not surprise me at all. Authoring allegedly, speculation even. On saying that, and or the not truths, trying to get votes. Let's see Australian future. Let's see what we've got. So it's not going to matter with these cards who's going to get in. We're just looking through the future with the up and coming election. So we have big news, okay. We have assistance, help, changes are coming, cyber attack, and heavy burdens. Well, we did actually have a cyber attack again. It looked like that people that had about 600 accounts on superannuation. We have actually government superannuation. They were hacked, and the actual company that was hacked, or the super fund that was hacked, has actually already been in contact with everyone to say, don't worry, no one lost it, don't believe what the paparazzi says, or the media, no one lost it, we've refunded it. They were not hacked, but it turns out that these customers were targeted because they were that fund's customer, and they actually got hacked. So it looks like that there's going to be more and more cyber attacks coming through to Australia. So, this is something that the new government, whoever it is, because it's only a couple of weeks away, need to get on top of this. Lots of heavy burdens and some sort of change coming. So that's a good thing. A lot of people are saying we're going to change. Well, we're going to have to, because, the cost of living is skyrocketing at the moment. And it has done since, since the virus stopped, basically, and the world opened up, and interest rates just skyrocketed. So did the cost of living. You've got assistance, help here, and big news. So there's going to be some sort of big news that's going to come, and the assistance help I would like to think that, you know, that's the US backing us, especially with the alleged spy ship and the other warships that were circumnavigating in the last month. I mean, it's scary times. It really is scary times. They actually have the technology to cut us off from the rest of the world, especially with what this research vessel was doing and mapping the seabed, right? All right, lies and deceptions, flood, heavy rains, AI tech. All right, so yeah, as previously here with the cyber attack, we definitely need to boost up our AI tech kind of thing when it comes to stopping all these bots coming in and spamming and spreading a lot of misinformation and disinformation. I am seeing it a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people are believing what they're saying, or what, you know, they're seeing predominantly on social media. Mainstream media is, I will never say that they're clever, but they're a little bit more savvy when it comes to, you know, what's happened. They do a little bit of research, because we don't hesitate in Australia to call them out if it's BS, and we will give them receipts, and then they've got to go and do some work. So a lot of them actually do have information, and then of course now they're starting to prove it with the AI technology. We do need to come up to speed on this. Absolutely, 100%. I know a lot of people don't like it. I used to make fun of it and keep referring to, what was it called? Arnold's, I've lost it, where he was a bot, you know, Rise of the Machines, basically. That's it, Terminator. And yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, maybe I need some more coffee. Yeah, so I mean, we actually definitely need more technology to come into Australia, and even just to detect like for example, the warships that came through, and they weren't detected. So, you know, we're being too complicit. Sorry about that. Okay, so heavy floods and rains, well, that's always going to happen. So this is predominantly on the east coast or up north of the Western Australia. When the monsoon sets in, we are actually heading to that now. That does not matter at all. So, you know, whether it's a climate change or not, I don't know. It's a hard call, but I know that the weather itself would appear that we're at least 2 weeks, sometimes more, behind the alleged seasons. And when I was a kid, the seasons used to change in the middle of the month, right? But because some calendar or some politician or someone decided, no, the first of autumn is the first of April. Well, it's the middle of April now, right? I've still got the AC and the fans on. So, you know, what part of that's autumn, right? So this is where I have a tendency to go back to the old ways, where we definitely are going to now see the change in the next probably 7 to 14 days. By the time that we have the election, we will definitely be well and truly into autumn, and there's going to probably be floods and everything on the east coast by that time. Okay, lies and deception, and this is the assistance help. Now, I don't know why I've got a horrible feeling, but especially with this haircut, it really does remind me of China. And, you know, they're going to come in, they're going to do some argy-bargy. They're in dire straits at the moment with the tariffs between their trade war with Trump. So they're going to start coming through and start doing deals with other countries, and it would appear that they're going to be targeting Australia for that, you know, for the beef, say, for instance, or whatever, despite the fact all the earth that they need, because we do sell a lot of earth to them. Raw earth, that is, rare earth kind of thing. Lies and deception is snake in the grass there. I mean, allegedly entertainment purposes only, not putting down any government, because you've got to be careful when we're talking about this. This is all speculation, and it's also based on the cards saying that whoever they're joining together is someone with short, straight, dark hair. Well, we have to be careful. Us blonde people, allegedly, right, have to be careful reading from the cards and being very diplomatic as you do with those kind of comments. So, yeah, politicians and government, there you go, coming through, and surveillance records. Absolutely, absolutely. Again, I'm sorry, but I'm referring back to the Chinese because of all the AI, their technology. Their technology is way advanced compared to what we are. I think this is a major problem that Australia needs to attend. We definitely have to work in with some sort of allies. All right. So for those who, moon unclear. At the moment, the elections are unclear. That's washing through. Okay. However, and of course, we're not going to know the result until until everyone votes, right? And I do mean everyone over 18. Okay, holding power. For those people who are believing what some clowns over in the UK are reporting that, when they're short of news that Australia is going to be a republic, sorry, the last time we had a vote was back in the 90s, right? And nothing was going to happen. The Prime Minister that's in at the moment said nothing is going to happen. He is very, very loyal to Charles. He is very loyal. This is a Prime Minister who's up for re-election against Peter Dutton, and the Prime Minister is Anthony Albanese. Holding power, we're still going to be a Commonwealth. So, if you get any of those, that idiot clown Lydia from Tasmania, who, waltzed in with the animal on the back of her, and on her back and said, "Not my king," don't believe her, okay? Don't believe her. And I'm not going to say allegedly calling her an idiot because in Australia you're allowed to have your own opinions. And with what comes out of her mouth lately, it's idiotic. Okay, we are not going to be a republic. That is one thing for certain. However, what isn't certain is it looks like the future. There is some sort of housing issues here. I think we've got to be careful who we deal with going forward. Bearing in mind, what's been happening in the last, say, 6 to 8 weeks. The Chinese has definitely showed force that if they wanted to do something, they could, and there's nothing we could do about it, right? Allegedly. Now, we do have forces. We're not as weak as what they would like to think that we are, but at the end of the day, we definitely need to ramp up our security and our own base. Rulership handover. Okay, there you go. Plan. What have we got? Planned outcome and worldwide Earth. Okay, what we are looking into this next 3 years is that we will see a different king. And I'm sorry to say, but I guess we're probably not surprised, okay? There will be a new head of state, and that will be William. Okay, so, yeah, prayers and thoughts to the royal family at the time, but the prediction deck has just said within the next 3 years. Okay. So it is also about this negotiations that we have with housing issues. I think there's going to be some people that don't want to deal with what China's going to come in and offer now because of the tariffs. They need certain things and Australia can give it to them. I do believe that since my last reading, they have finally cut off that pathetic 220% tariff off of our wine. Now, I can only say allegedly because I haven't seen the prices drop. So, if you've got that 220% tariff on that wine should have dropped. So, is it just some sort of election ploy or something? Whoever supports the Chinese and those horrible tariffs that they put on us from the previous government, I don't know. We've just got to wait and see. There is an uprising rebellion going to happen. Uprooted, taken out. Science breakthrough. Food shortage. That looks like eggs. Health matter. New rules and policy laws. So whoever's going to get in, right, uprooted and taken over. We could say maybe Liberal might be able to get in, hardcore again, but if Albo stays in, right, I don't think he's going to be doing that full term. Allegedly entertainment purposes only. There's some sort of rebellion here, or if it's not going to be him, it's going to be one or two ministers that he may be keeping in, like say, for instance, Penny Wong. I know she's getting a lot of flack at the moment because she supported Iran where she should have been somewhere else at the time. So, there's a good chance that there's going to be a shift in the ministers. He's not going to stick to the same ministers, and or Dutton will actually do something that will change, literally. So there's some sort of new policies and rules and laws. There's some sort of food shortage, new policies in place, probably about the eggs, if the truth's known. I don't know why we've got some sort of shortage on eggs. I mean, Australia didn't do what the US did with their chooks, right? So that doesn't make any sense. We shouldn't have food shortage, but we're just going to have to wait and the science breakthrough, wait and see. The science breakthrough is also a good thing as well, because I am worried about how far behind we are in technology, and I'm happy to see this. However, when we've got a health matter, again, that will be a hard call, exactly what we're talking about. We may see something come in from overseas because that's the only way that we actually get things, being an island, right down the bottom in the middle of the ocean. So let's just wait and see what's going to happen there when it comes to some sort of health matter. But with the science breakthrough, I'm hoping that, it won't be, like what happened, say, in 2020. All right, so there you have it. It's uncertain. The future is unclear at the moment when it comes to who's actually going to be in power. Whoever is in power, if it's the same government, someone's going to be taken out and uprooted. There's major focus on technology that Australia needs, and they really do need to be aware of dealing with, I'm sorry to say, China, allegedly entertainment purposes only. The new rules and policies and laws, let's just wait and see what that's going to be about, because that's a big open book there, and some of our rules are pretty old. So on that note, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.